tonight, it's revisiting WrestleMania 22, a casket match. Undertaker against Mark Henry. Will lightning strike twice?
It's next. We are back live, ladies and gentlemen. The ominous casket match about to take place here on our special 3-hour edition of Monday Night Raw. There you see the finality of this contest. The dark, dank casket. But once the lid is shut, sealed tight, one can only imagine the emotion that the individual in that casket must endure.
Representing SmackDown from Death Valley, weighing in at 299 pounds, The Undertaker!
Without a doubt, one of the most awe-inspiring sights in the entire WWE. The Undertaker making his way to the ring, not just for any match, but for a casket match.
Wow. And again on Monday Night Raw, the light shines brightly on the phenom known as The Undertaker. A man who will travel to WrestleMania, put his 15-0 winning streak at WrestleMania at stake for the heavyweight championship of the world against Edge. And ladies and gentlemen, you can bet your bottom dollar that Edge is watching this match tonight very, very closely.
You know, ordinarily I wouldn't mind being the world's strongest man, but tonight I wouldn't want to be in Mark Henry's shoes for anything. Step away.
And representing SmackDown from Silsbee, Texas, weighing in at 392 pounds, he is the world's strongest man, Mark Henry!
One can only imagine the memories that Mark Henry has of the last time he was in this environment to face not only The Undertaker, but to face The Undertaker in a casket match.
Well, speaking of face, Mark Henry's face tells the story as he teeters over at that ominous casket. Can you imagine being locked inside that casket? No air to breathe, gasping for breath? It's got to be your worst fear in the world, being locked inside a casket before your time.
Certainly one could see it a very morbid reality, to say the very least. The Undertaker and Mark Henry.
Oh!
And the Undertaker starting off aggressively, as we have seen so many times. Again, this match is not about submissions or pinfalls, disqualifications, or countouts. It's only about placing your opponent into the casket and locking the casket.
Look out!
Shutting the lid. Undertaker signaling for the door to the lid to the casket to open. Trying to negotiate Mark Henry to that near the casket. Henry's so powerful. A man that easily bench presses over 500 pounds, a 900+ pound deadlift.
You saw the officials on the outside manning that casket lid. If it looks like anyone's even close to being placed in there, they're going to have the lid of that casket open. You just got to hope and pray it doesn't close on you. Old school.
The Demon of Death Valley thinking old school indeed. And look at the amazing balance, the agility. And now the strength from Mark Henry, wrapping those huge arms around the lower spine of the Undertaker.
Well, Mark Henry's had considerable experience since WrestleMania 22. He's not going to make the same mistakes he made in that match.
Mark Henry would like to debilitate and destroy the Demon of Death Valley. Undertaker landing right on his feet. Again, another show of the agility.
Mark Henry landing right on his back.
There can be no countouts in this contest.
Speaking of Mark Henry's back, look at how wide, how massive Mark Henry's back is. He's a huge individual.
And Henry reverses the Undertaker with nothing but pure brute strength. And the security wall was awaiting the Undertaker.
Security wall may have to be reinforced after many more impacts like this. And speaking of reinforcement, I understand that the bottom of that casket had to be reinforced just in case Mark Henry gets put inside it.
Oh, look out here, look out.
Hey, wait!
Mark Henry looking to drill the Undertaker right into the ring post, but it was not to be, which may have been the saving grace, and I use that term loosely in this contest, for the Undertaker.
Undertaker, here we go.
Oh, look out.
Wait a minute.
The lid not open, but the casket used as a weapon, and legally so.
I think I would rather have my head run into a casket than be put inside one. That may do it. Look out.
Mark Henry using his overwhelming power to snatch the Undertaker up and off his feet out of nowhere.
Mark Henry feeling the heat.
And now Mark Henry building some significant momentum.
Check this out one more time.
One arm.
The strength of the world's strongest man.
The Undertaker goes close to 300 pounds. Uh-oh, here it is. The end could be near. The casket lid has been opened.
Are you kidding me? Could we actually see the Undertaker lose his own match? Hey, wait! Wait! Look at this!
Undertaker with that triangular choke.
Well, Mark Henry's tapping out, but that doesn't mean anything in this match.
There's no tap outs, no pinfalls. Only one way this match can end. Undertaker punishing Mark Henry. And now the debilitation that we talked about earlier has been done, but not to the dead man, but to the strongest man in the world.
Mark Henry bleeding from the mouth here. Oh!
A hard shot to the head. Mark Henry near the edge. The end could be near. Henry in the casket, but the door's got a lid is set, and it is over.
Here is your winner, The Undertaker!
Mark Henry bleeding from the mouth and may have suffered some internal injuries at the hands of that triangle choke. most impressive streak of any kind at the most extraordinary event of any kind, WrestleMania. Will the Undertaker travel to the Citrus Bowl and leave undefeated?
Well, you know Edge was watching this.